Today we're going to give you 5 things to consider before you move to the Villages. If this is your first visit to our channel, welcome. I'm Kristy.
And I'm David.
We make videos not only about living in the Villages, Florida, which is the largest retirement community in the United States, but also about other 55-plus communities.
Let's start with number 5 on our list of things to consider. We've lived in the Villages full-time for just over a year, and we rent a 2-bedroom cottage home, the Austin model. One of our biggest problems we found about our place was that there just isn't enough storage space or garage space. Most of the homes here have small garages like ours. So one of the first things you may want to consider is, do you need 2 cars in the Villages?
Can you get by with just 1 car? Or maybe a car and 1 golf cart? Or maybe 1 car and 2 golf carts? Or maybe no car at all?
It probably depends on how much garage space you have. Most people want to garage their vehicles and golf carts here. You don't want to leave them out in the hot Florida sun or stormy weather.
Yeah. We had already downsized to 1 car before we moved here, and we didn't have a golf cart for the first 6 months we lived here. Most places we go together. I go where you go.
I go where you go. Kristy worked for the Villages when we first moved here, and I would drop her off and pick her up from work. When we finally bought a golf cart, there were times when I knew I was going to be home or just going to a pickleball class, so I would drive the golf cart while she would drive the car to work.
So in our 1 car and a half car garage, we have 1 car and a 2-person golf cart. But we do know people who fly into Orlando, take a car service to the Villages, and just use their golf cart, they bike, or get an Uber to travel in and around the Villages, which leads us to number 4 on our list of things to consider. Do you really need a golf cart?
No, you really don't need a golf cart if you don't play golf, or you do it rarely, because you can always rent a golf cart for the day. But we need to tell you that using the golf cart is one of the most enjoyable experiences of living here. We thought our e-bikes were going to be enough of an additional mode of transportation along with our car, and that could work. But once we bought our golf cart, we couldn't wait to jump in it and just ride sometimes. You can go just about anywhere, to the recreation centers, the pool, the pickleball courts, even the town squares.
Yes, you can drive to the grocery store, the pharmacy, and to the gas station.
Yeah, you gotta get gas. It really is fun, and one of the best things about the Villages. I would recommend buying the Villages GPS phone app to follow the paths and the best way to get around with your golf cart. I still use it, even after a year, to make sure I know what my golf cart route is, especially when it's dark.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to end up in a roundabout or on a busy street where golf carts aren't supposed to be. Plus it tells you how far it is and how long it will take, by golf cart or by car.
So to us, it's an important part of experiencing and living here, but you absolutely do not have to buy a golf cart to enjoy the Villages. Most areas are accessible by car, bike, or by walking.
But if you do want to buy a golf cart, there's a lot to consider with that.
Oh yeah. Should you buy a gas golf cart or an electric?
I'm thinking electric now. Well,
new, or are we gonna get used?
Well, we got used gas the first time. Well, hang on, Kristy. We're going to do an in-depth video on golf carts soon, as soon as we know something. When I start looking for a new cart.
Okay. So moving on to number 3. The next thing to consider, can you live by the rules of the Villages?
What rules? Rules? There's rules?
I'm talking about the rules and common practices of the community, like pool use, rec centers, guest pass, just to name a few of them.
Yes, there are deed restrictions, I've heard, on what you can put in your front yard, where you can put it, what colors you can paint your house or driveway, which is a common thing to do here.
Yeah, the driveways are pretty cool here. There's patterns, designs, but you better check before you get it done. There's a lot of rules. For example, the pools. Now there are 4 kinds of pools here. Adult pools, family pools, regional sports pools, and country club pools.
Adult pools are found generally in the neighborhoods near your postal center and are for residents and guests who are 30 years old and older.
Family pools are for residents and guests of any age, and you can find those pools at the rec centers.
Yeah, some of them are really nice. The largest pools, called sports pools, are found at the regional recreation centers where you'll find exercise classes, water volleyball, and open swim. But those pools and activities are for residents only, not guests.
And then there are the country club pools.
Ooh.
And we have a little story about that.
Yes. When we first moved here, we thought we could use any pool. So we thought, let's go to a country club. We heard they have nice pools and some have hot tubs. We thought we'd get drinks at the bar and lounge around the pool all day.
Sign me up. It sounded like a great way to spend the afternoon.
So we got ready, went to the pool, and when we came to the gate, a lady stopped us and told us we had to be a country club member to use the pool. But there was a pool-only membership that was about $200 a year. Not too bad. She was really nice though, invited us to check it out, which we did.
We probably should have known better, but we heard golf was free, so we thought the pool would be free too.
Everything's free. Rules. Rules are made to be broken, right?
Yeah. So basically, neighbors expect other neighbors to abide by the rules here. If you don't, you probably will read about it on Nextdoor app, where people will call out someone for breaking the rules, and you don't need that.
No, there's no real reason to break the rules. The deed restrictions are posted in the General District website, which is right here. But keep in mind, they are different for each district. So you'll need to know what district you're in or thinking about being in and find the right ones to read. We'll post that website in the comments below and in the description below, and maybe we'll make a video about that someday.
Yeah.
Rules.
Yeah. So, what about furniture, David?
We all need it. Yes, that's number 2 on the list of things to consider before you move here. It's one that we went round and round about for months before we moved.
Yeah. And it's an important one to consider.
Are you going to bring your furniture with you or get all new? We brought some of our old furniture with us. We really made the mistake of not getting a large enough truck. Ended up putting a lot of stuff in storage too back in Ohio.
Yeah, we really didn't know what would fit in our rental house. Plus, we didn't have time to shop and find out what we wanted.
Some people told us that they had to wait up to 6 months for new furniture that they had ordered. That's an awful long time to be waiting for your couch.
Yeah, that was during COVID, but we were a little worried if we got rid of all of our furniture that we'd have nothing to sit on.
Yeah, Kristy wanted us to set up like folding chairs and use that for 6 months. What we found out once we moved here is that there is used furniture all over the place. There's a lot of sales going on, and we probably would have found something we liked. But who wants to search for furniture when you could be at the pool or dancing at the town square, riding your golf cart?
In all fairness, we just didn't know if we would really like living here in the Villages, and we didn't know if we would want to move back to Columbus after a year, but in about 6 months we had our answer. We knew we were going to stay in Florida. We're staying, David.
Weather was great. Eventually, we needed to empty out the storage unit we had back in Ohio because the price kept going up. Anyway, so we rented another U-Haul truck, and it cost us a few $1,000s more to move the rest of it down south. Okay, so this is what it's like driving in the rain, and this is a normal noise level in the U-Haul truck. I'm in a 20-foot. I'm getting 10.2 miles per gallon right now. Coming into the mountains, heading into the Knoxville, Tennessee area. If we had to do it over again, we might have given away or sold our old furniture up north and bought new in Florida, saving on moving expenses.
I think the saying is hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah, it is 20/20 hindsight.
And now the number one thing to consider when moving to the village is, drumroll, David, is which neighborhood is best?
That's a good one to consider.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people ask what is the best village to live in. Everyone is going to have a different answer. I think when you consider it, you should start by asking yourself what you think may be most important to you. But who knows, that may change once you get here and start living a new life and making new friends. That is why we rented when we first got here, so we get more time to figure it out.
So it's important to consider where you live, and it will be different for everyone. I mean, some people move here and they want to live near friends or relatives. Some need access to the highway and need to be closer to the turnpike to get to work or to the airport quick. So, but there are some observations we've made since we lived here.
The southern part of the villages has new home construction and attracts younger residents that tend to be a little more active. The newest town square, Eastport, is being built there right now. The southernmost areas have a lot of construction going on everywhere you look. The northern areas are definitely closer to more established retail. We came from a large metro area where retail was within 5 minutes of us, and we really like that. In the northern and central areas, the trees are mature and the landscaping is well established. Access to golf courses seems best in the central and northern areas as well, at least for right now. We are more centrally located in the villages and enjoy being able to easily access two town squares by golf cart within 15 minutes or so. Lake Sumter Landing and Brownwood Paddock, which are almost equal distance from us right now. Between the sixes, as they say.
Yes. We wish we were closer to friends that live in the South, but we don't want to live near construction. We would love to be closer to dedicated bike trails and walking paths, but those are generally in the South. So as you can see, we're still trying to figure it out what's best for us.
If you want to watch more of our videos on our first year in the villages, click here to watch these next.
If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment below. To subscribe, just click on our logo here. If you don't want to miss our next video, just push the notification bell.
Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.